Right, I'm afraid to say that we've had a major issue on the production line earlier this week, and the entire development package for the weekend has failed. Any redevelopments will need to be ordered from the R&D screen.
It's a sprint weekend here at the track, and before we can go racing, we need to go qualifying. Who will be on pole for the sprint to come? We're about to find out.
Radio check, radio check.
Radio check.
Drop to P18. Okay, just 2 laps of fuel remaining now.
That so I am so that's all I am.
And that's it for sprint qualifying. Plenty more coming up over the rest of the weekend. So we'll see you all tomorrow.
Mate, that's P1.
Yes! Yes, mate! Come on! Come on!
Well done, lad. Huh?
Not bad, not bad.
I think we're getting somewhere.
Kimi, you're not on Andrea today.
Definitely not.
Sprint qualifying. Plenty more coming up over the rest of the weekend. So we'll see you all tomorrow. Welcome to today's sprint. This is shaping up to be another fantastic weekend. And here's our track, 4.94 kilometres long, and overtaking chances into the first corner, into turn 14 at the end of the Esplanade, and now into turn 16 in the newly reprofiled sector that we first ran on in 2023. Still though, it's punishing and tough on the brakes, and the heat and humidity will take an effect on our drivers. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's sprint. Andrea Kimi Antonelli lines up on pole position, with Pierre Gasly alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Russell, Oscar Piastri, and Norris. Sainz, Verstappen, Stroll, and Esteban Ocon. Alonso, Hülkenberg, Ollie Behrman and Lawson, Bortoletto, Lindblad, Isaac Hadjar and Sergio Perez, Leclerc, Colapinto, Albon and Valtteri Bottas begins the race from the back of the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head trackside for today's sprint. And alongside me, bringing glamour and expertise to our commentary today, Naomi Schiff. Well, they say that a change is as good as a rest, and whilst there's not much rest on show in the sprint format today, there's definitely a change to what we're usually seeing on the track. Now, you're the racing driver in this partnership, so tell us about this racing driver. Put us in their shoes. How are they going to be feeling?
It's a very special time for the drivers. It's almost like everything around you slows down and you become hyper-aware. So your nerves slightly go up, your adrenaline's going up. It's the perfect time to start focusing on your visualizations and preparing for the race. So you want to avoid distractions and really stay cool, calm, and focused.
Here we go then. The formation lap is underway ahead of today's sprint.
You check mine. Loud and clear. Oh.
As all the cars take their positions on the grid, the final preparations have been made, and all that's left is for the drivers to deliver on track.
Okay, we're monitoring some wear on the internal combustion engine. Be aware that we're going to start to see a loss of power. Okay, so overtake mode active. We'll get some extra power from the hybrid system now. Use boost on the next long straight to get past. Okay, overtake enabled, overtake enabled. Our gap on the car behind by around a second a lap.
On tires and balance when you can.
Tires are still good. Car's a bit twitchy on traction, but generally it's good.
Copy, understood.
ahead of you. Okay, gap to the car in front, 0.8 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Okay, they've got 4 laps on their tyres. Time last lap, 1 minute 32.4. And you're closing by 0.4 a lap. Keep it going. Tyre condition still looking good. You got P6. That's Russell just ahead. Push for the position. Less than a second separates you. Verstappen behind you now. Okay, the gap is less than a second. Our gap to first place, 5.0 seconds. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. 2 laps left. Next time by will be your final lap. Okay, this is Mark. I need you to stop cutting the corners. If you keep it up, the stewards are going to give you a penalty.
That's a penalty. Yes! Yes, mate! Come on! Come on!
Well done, lad.
All right, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
We'll get there. I trust, I have faith in you guys.
So that wraps up the sprint race, but there's still more action yet to come this weekend. We've got qualifying and, of course, the Grand Prix.